Hello, Jacek from Prodio here. Today I'm going to tell you about our clock in, clock out function and how it works and how to use it. So first of all, if you want to enter this section, you have to click here, and as you can see, we have all main tabs in clock in, clock out. Like clock in, clock out, it's like history of all clock in and outs. We have work pauses registration, days off, work card, and monthly summary. Okay, let's take a look at clock in and clock out. Okay, now in this tab we have information about which worker clocked in and clocked out, and we have many information about this clock in and out. So here we have time when he clocked in, clocked out, which shift was it. We can adjust this here. You can just put some hour like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. and end at 9 p.m. or when you want it, 9 a.m. And so in these hours the first shift will start, and yeah, it's like 6 a.m. and until 9 a.m. and as you can see here, he clocked in at 8 a.m. so he's at the first shift, and just like that works all of this. Then we have clock in around it, which is here. So you can round the clocking in and clock out. And here's example. Default is 15 minutes. So if your worker clock in at 7:30, nothing happens. But if it's 7:46, then it changes to 8. It shows that he clocked in at 8. So it's just rounding the hour of clock in and clock out, and you can adjust it like you want, like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, just how you want it. Okay. Then we have time at work, just time at work, and time at work rounded, and it just works like I said about just this clock in and out rounded. Then we have difference time at work and time at work rounded, so it just compares how long your worker was in work according to this normal time and time rounded. So if he was in work 7 hours 55 minutes and it is rounded, so it shows it's 8 hours, then there's 5 minutes difference and it shows that. Then we have base hours, so it's just like base hours. We put in our options, like if it's 8 hours, for example, overtime will be when our worker is at work more than 8 hours, like 9 hours, 10 hours, and so on. For example, you can see it's here. He was at work for 8 hours and 36 seconds. So if base hours is 8 hours, then overtime will be 38 minutes. Then we have time without pauses. So like this worker didn't have any pauses, so it's just 0, and here also 0. And here you have information that he was at work for this 8 hours 38 seconds, and he was at pauses for 50 minutes. So yeah, that's here. And here you have the percentage of pauses when you compare it to work time. Then here you can see what were reasons for pauses. We will talk about it later. And here you have work time on manufacturing tasks, just manufacturing tasks. So here it's like 3 hours and 40 minutes. Then we have here missing time. So it's like, as you can see, difference between work time on manufacturing tasks and pauses. And then we have productivity. So it's how much time our workers spend on manufacturing tasks compared to his work time. And here is percentages, some productivity in percent. Here you have information if this whole section about this worker, this clock in, out, and so on, was added manually or not. So here no, yes, and so on. Here are some comments to this day at work, like for example, here you can see there's one unfinished product, here please order more raw materials, and so on. And here you have geolocalization of clock in and clock out. Well, if we want to use geolocalization option, then we can see where our worker clocked in and where he clocked out. You can see it like that. Then we have some more info about clock in and out, like IP address, browser, someone clocked in, and date of creation of this clock in and out. So here's date of creation, who created it. Like for example, here's me, here's my friend, and here's who updated this clock in and out. Okay, if you wonder where all this data came from, it is from our workers' clock in and out history. So if our workers clock in into work and then goes on the pause, he chose reason, and let's say he is back and he clocks out. Here he can add some comments. He clocks out. Here we have some data, and now you go into clock in and out history, and here you can see that this data was imported to actually all these tabs. Also, you can edit clock in and outs by clicking here, and here you can actually edit what you want about pauses, work history, staff data, everything you want. And also, if you have some inactive workers, you can just click here and you can hide them or show them at this tab. You can also adjust how many records per page you want to see. You can also add manually here new clock in, clock out. Then you can add some details. And also you have this option that's in almost every section to just adjust what you want to be shown, like shift, clock in, out, around that, what you want. And you can also change which one shows first, last, like that. And elements per page. This rounding, here is this overtime, so you put base time, and if worker was at the job more than this, it's going to count as overtime. And here are the shifts I talked about before. Here you can also export this whole section. if you want, for example, to Excel. Okay. Here you can also, you have quick access to pauses, days off, and work analysis. Okay, so let's go to the second tab, which is work pauses registration. And here you have information about all pauses, all your workers, and some detailed info, like worker, there's just a picture of what was the reason of pause, start and pause time is actually this data from clock in and out, but here is just pauses. You don't have like clock in into work and out, just pauses. Yeah, reason of pause. Geolocalization, you can turn it on if you want to. End of pause. IP, browser, creation, created by, updated, and who updated it. Here you also can hide inactive workers and edit some elements if you want. Here are shortcuts to clock in and days off, and you can adjust like at clock in and clock out. Okay. So let's get into days off. And in days off, you can see days your workers were off. I mean, they weren't in job. And first of all, you can choose if you want to see it as calendar or if you want to see it in a table. Just which one is better for you, just choose it. Here you can see, you can choose which month and which year would you like to see, like June, July, yeah, just choose when you want to see days off. Again, shortcuts, then you can click on some elements and now you can see all information about this, like for example worker's name, reason, when it was, if it was all day or no, to ignore weekends in the table, how many days it was, and how many days off this worker had from the beginning of the year. And here you can add some notes, so I don't know, maybe no info, we don't know why he was off the work, so let's just say no info. And now you can see there is note, no info. And how to add new day off, you have to click here and now you can just add it. You can also adjust, and we have this additional option, form fields, where you can add new type of day off, like for example let's say, I don't know, time with kids, and here you can choose color, then you just click save, and now you have this option, and when you add new day off you can choose it from here, and if you put all the data in, it will show in the tab, like, I don't know, let's say Jamie, and let's say it was here. Okay. And as you can see, it was added to our calendar. Okay, next thing is work card. And in work card you can see what chosen worker was doing whole month. Let's say Miguel. And now you have all month history of clock in, clock out, time at work rounded, base hours, overtime, overtime from rounded hours, shift and day off. And it's really useful if you want to look at just one worker. Here you have sum, so sum of time at work rounded, base hours, and so on, just summed up whole month. And then you have data of a specific day, as you can see. Okay, and if you want, you can also see his pauses. So now we have pause time in sun or at specific day, like here for example. Pauses percentages, and you can also show time on manufacturing tasks. And now you have work time on manufacturing tasks and productivity. Okay, again, shortcuts to other tabs. Yep. Okay, and now let's get into monthly summary. And here you can also see information, data like from the work card, but it's about all the workers. In work card you can focus on some specific worker, and here you can see all your workers summed up in specific month. So again, here you choose month and year, and basic view is like that. You can see page summary down here, name of the worker, and here's number of days at work. And so here is the sum of every worker, like let's say Miguel was at work 19 times, Ben was 4 days, and like it's sum of their days at work, theirs. And here you have sum of all of them. Then we have a number of absences, how many days they were, how many days off they had. Then we have time without rounding. It will be changed. We have time rounded. We have base hours rounded, and overtime rounded. So it may be really useful to you, because you can see how many hours all of your workers were working, actually, and you can see it here. Then we can see all this data, but into weekdays, Saturdays and Sundays, as you can see. And also we can show time on manufacturing tasks. And here it is, and here is productivity percentage. And you can see this at Monday till Friday, Saturdays and Sundays. You can see this just in total all days. Okay. Okay, and if you wonder where this all information come from, all this data in all these tabs, it comes from when your workers clock in and clock out at work or at pauses. This data just is automatically put into all of these tabs. Okay, and also you can add this data manually. like just clicking here. If you add some data manually, it will also be taken into all of these tabs. Yeah, so that's where data comes from. Okay, so to sum up, our clock in, clock out functions, I think it may save you much time. It is really easy to use, and it gives you access to really good analysis, so you can easily see which of your workers is most productive, which one spends too much time on pauses, and you can see when someone have days off, how many days off, and why. So I hope our clock in and clock out function will be useful for you, and see you later. Goodbye.
That's all for now. Subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest news and tech tips. Additionally, check out what else we've prepared for you.